All right, welcome. Please, orchestra, this is, do your best to learn this quickly. I know our concert's coming right up, so this is Finlandia and also Greensleeves. So I'm going to begin by playing Finlandia. I'm going to start with violin 2, and then I'll play violin 1, and then I'll play violin 3, and then I'll play Greensleeves. So please concentrate this week on posture. Again, if you're slouching too much, you see, you become invisible. You have to be seen to be heard. And you look better, you'll sound better. Really work on your form. Have a little bit of separation here. Curve your fingers. Note where your thumb position is. You can be here or slightly lower. Some people can go under like that. That's all good. Right? Work on your bow hold. Everyone should be using the professional bow hold. Alright, so we're going to go at the tempo of 96 for Finlandia. This is violin 2. If you are playing violin 1 or violin 3 or any of the other parts, go ahead and play along with this part as well. I will have a metronome going through all of the performances so you can work on your timing. 1, 2, 3, 4. So note the couple of spots, second violins. Please concentrate on counting. I numbered my part, those open Gs. You play for a long time. That's 11 measures of open G. So you have to count that. You have to know where you are. Also, notice the D sharp in measure 18. So measure 17, you have an E natural. Just move your first finger back. And there's the D sharp we need. Also, in measure 35, you can go up to third position. You can play that in first position. Or I'd like you to try going to third position. Put your second finger on the A string, right about there. And then come back down. Now, let's play violin 1. Again, now if you play one of the other parts, play along and count. So I will count for the first measure that is played by the second violins, violin 1, you have to hold that D for 10 measures. So I would write the numbers right above each measure to tell you where you are. Set your metronome to 96. So here I'll pluck the string to show when the second violins come in, and then the first violins will start one measure later. Here's the second violin part. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That final chord, we'll probably divide that. So some of you will play the top note, some of you can play C sharp, some of you can play A, some E, some can play 2 strings together. Just be very careful of the rests. Now this is going to be violin 3. Now you start with the melody and then you switch over to harmony, and you have some very important notes. The most important note you have is to play in measure 41 and 42. You have an E sharp, and I'd like you to play the E sharp as a low second finger, just like you would F natural. It's really the same note. So I'll start playing in measure 41. So you have 3 F sharps in a row. Rest. Now move that finger down. Move it half step closer to your first finger. And that will be that E sharp, which will sound like an F natural. And then the very next note is your first finger on E natural. So maybe a good way to practice that is third violin is to play first finger on E natural. Now put down your second finger on E sharp. F sharp. So I'm going to start in measure 41. Here's the F sharps. E sharp. E natural. That's crucial. That's very crucial that you get that, because that's the entire harmony is based around that. One more time. Here's measure 41. 3 F sharps, and then 2 E sharps, and then 1 E natural. Now I'll start from the beginning. 96 is the tempo. I'll count off the 2 measures of rest. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now let's change our metronome marking to 120 to practice green sleeves. I'm going to try to play the two outer parts as much as I can. Or maybe I'll play the two inner parts. I can't play all three at the same time. So again, I'd like you to number how many measures you have to play. So that first tremolo B lasts for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. You have to hold that B. And then you change about every 2 measures after that. So it's very important that you maintain that tremolo and that you change on time. So again, the tremolo, violin 1, you're going to play a B, the 4th finger on the E string. So normally it would be that. You're just staying at the tip, relax your hand, and move the bow very rapidly but softly. Violin 2, you have a very important note, G natural. Your U tremolo, just barely moving the hand, just kind of like that. Violin 3, you're playing an E. So I'm going to attempt to play violin 1 and violin 3 at the same time. Or should I try to? Probably easiest. I'm going to play violin 1 and violin 3. Set the metronome to 120. And this is green sleeves. Another thing to watch out for is when we have the melody, sometimes we have D sharps and sometimes we have D naturals. So in measure 42, we have this. Just move the first finger back very lightly. Just practice that. Don't pick it up, just slide it back. Just move the finger. Don't try to move your whole hand. This gets out of control. Barely moving the finger. And then later, you have a D sharp going to a C sharp. That's measure 50. You're going to go down, play it like you're playing an E flat. and play the C sharp like you're playing a D flat. The low fourth finger. It's probably the easiest way to do that. You could also go to third position. That has a nice sound. Alright, here's green sleeves. I'll play violin 1 and 3 at the same time. Violin 2, do your best. You have a very important note because it's G natural. Violin 2, you'll sound like this. Alright, but here's violin 1 and 3. All violin parts. One, two, three. On that last note, second violins, you'll move to a G sharp. So if you're playing second violin, the last 5 measures will sound like this. Very important part. Thank you so much.